Like Agent Smith, who discovers the true nature of humanity in a revelation, or Ebenezer Scrooge, who comes to understand the very essence of Christmas, its wider meaning, and how it impacts individuals on a very low basis. I have come to understand the true meaning of the Hollywood phrase, a soft reboot. Yes, a soft reboot, and I can think of no greater example of a soft reboot than Men in Black International.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy. Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews.
Don't make me destroy you.
Men in Black International was quite simply one of the biggest flops of 2019. It came and it vanished just as quickly, and very recently it arrived unceremoniously on Netflix, of all places, without any fanfare or praise or heightened sense of awareness. It just popped up one day and there it is. Now, there is a lot wrong with Men in Black International, but everything stems from the writing. It all stems from the writing. Absolutely everything wrong with this film stems from the writing. It is lazy, it is abhorrent, it is the product of absolute, pure, unadulterated avarice and assumption that everyone will just simply lap it up. Well, unfortunately, no, absolutely not. In this film, we are introduced to Agents M and H, played respectively by Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth. Tessa Thompson's character is the brand new rookie, and wonderfully enough, it's reuniting the team that we saw in Thor Ragnarok. Excellent, great chemistry, we can be guaranteed. Okay then, brilliant.
That's a fake laugh.
It's real.
No, getting serious. The plot here is all surrounded by a MacGuffin. They must get to a device before two random shape-shifting looking nebula alien creatures can get to it first. And just off that, you can gleam that the plot here is completely superfluous, existing in its absolute primacy to get the duos from one location that has been funded, that has helped fund the film, to another as it requires them to. It is very much a Bondian film, except here, unlike a Bond film, the locations do absolutely nothing to aid the adventure of the characters. There is nothing in these locations bar the MacGuffins or the random character that they come across, the random cameo as it is. We get Rebecca Ferguson doing absolutely nothing in one scene. Why? Well, because she's at a location that we have received a large sum of money from just to just to shoot here. The film is literally littered with things like this, and they don't help the plot. And the problem is that the plot is so thin and rubbish, quite frankly, that there is very little point talking about it. The very nature of the plot, the twist, can be gleaned in the very first 5 minutes. I kid you not. If you don't get the twist in the first 5 minutes, good luck to you. Honestly, good luck to you, because it's there, front and centre. It's impossible to miss, and they try and give you little snippets of it so often throughout the film that it's like they don't believe their own twist. They don't believe anybody will buy the twist, so they egg it on constantly. And it's a very key phrase. I won't put it in this video, but the phrase is repeated again and again and again. because they don't buy their own twist, and that is the problem. This plot, the writers don't believe what they've written themselves, and you can tell that, and you can feel that, and you can see that by the lack of chemistry in this film. Lack of chemistry, which is the most abhorrent thing about this film. It crucifies it. So, the characters have to hunt down a MacGuffin, which is the story's secret weapon or something. I don't even know. They end up using it at the end, but by that point, you've completely given up. And, like I said, it all comes towards this clear and obvious twist, littered by lackluster acting and phoned in performances and grandiose, over exaggerated cameos. Tessa Thompson, Emma Thompson, bless her. There is nothing there for her. There is no meat to her role. She is literally just there because it's a great cameo. Liam Neeson, there is nothing behind the eyes in this performance. He utters a bunch of buzzwords and he snarls a few lines and he's there at the end and you're like, okay, great. Anything else? And it's even more disturbing again, like I said, when you look at that fabulous chemistry that we saw in Thor Ragnarok, and there is nothing here. There is no meat but Chris Hemsworth or Tessa Thompson to grab hold of, to use in this performance. Why? Because the writing was really, really good in Thor Ragnarok. It had its problems, but the writing was there, the comedy, the flair, it was all there. All Taika Waititi. Here, there is none of that. It just goes to show you can't force in two actors to make a film work if the writing is fundamentally shite. And it is. This film, the writing is absolutely garbage. I challenge anyone to tell me exactly what happens in this film with any degree of confidence. I will give you a fiver. I will absolutely give you a fiver if you can sit down with me, having a nice lovely drink outside in the warmth, and tell me what happened in this film. And that is my biggest problem with this film. I don't know what happened. I was sat there with the missus and we looked at each other and went, I have got no idea what's going on. And she went, I don't care. And that is the problem. You don't care. You don't care about these characters. I've just punched the table and hurt myself. That is it. You don't care about these characters. The great thing about the original Men in Black was that you cared about the journey of Will Smith. You cared that he was thrust into this world that he didn't understand. You cared that he made rash decisions that everybody ended up jumping on board with. My favourite scene in that film is when he shoots the girl. He shoots the cardboard cutout of the girl, and he does it because she was the only one that looked out of place. Brilliant. Brilliant. Here we don't get any of that character development. We don't get any of that. Even with the rookie Tessa Thompson character, she just becomes an agent. She just becomes an agent. She doesn't make rash decisions. She's very by the book, and it doesn't really make sense that the seasoned character, I guess they were trying to flip it on its head. It doesn't really make sense that the seasoned character, the seasoned agent is the complete opposite of her. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. It really doesn't work for me, and not much in this film works for me. Not even the characters, not even some of the, the lighter moments. Nothing works. This film is an absolute product of too much. There is too much going on. There has been too much in between. The third one, which was, it was just that film was just a mess as well. And that, yeah, I think this is it. I think Men in Black ran its course after the first film. It should have ended there. It really should have ended there because it was pitch perfect. It was the great point in time for that film. Here, we've moved on. We've absolutely moved on from Men in Black, but soft reboot indeed. This is just soft. It's all soft. And I'm sorry, I have very little to actually talk about in the way of caring for this film. I am very sorry. If you like this film, I'm very sorry, but this is a disaster of a film. It's a disaster of the film in terms of critically, financially. I think Men in Black is dead. Turn it into a TV series. Turn it into a TV series. That is it. Goodbye.